Mama June. Pumpkin doesn't want to settle things with her mom anymore. Mama June has a history of having an estranged relationship with her daughters. After years of not catering to the needs and being by her daughter's side, June Shannon is now pulling strings to fix her bond with her daughters. This change in her behavior is because she wants to present a loving relationship with her daughters in front of her in-laws. But June's daughters, especially Lauren Pumpkin Eferd, revealed that she would probably never reconcile with her mother. A sneak peek of her conversation with Aunt Dodo was shared in a recent episode. Here is more about it. Mama June. Lauren expressed her concern about Alana and the future of her bond with June Shannon. The Shannon family is constantly chased by drama and anguish. One such incident happened recently when June sent a long wedding invitation to her daughters, but no reply from Lauren heated things even more. In the latest episode of Mama June, her daughter was seen venting to Aunt Dodo. During this conversation, the former expressed concern for her little sister Honey Boo Boo. She mentioned that she almost had an argument with Alana because she wanted her to take her college applications more seriously. But Pumpkin is now annoyed as Alana has rebuffed her advice. Then the former expressed her annoyance by claiming that her sibling is like her mother, as she always relies on her boyfriend, Dralin. Then Lauren acknowledged that she didn't want her sister Honey Boo Boo to be like their mother, as Aunt Dodo raised Mama June as she became more like a mother to her, and their sisterly bond almost went missing. The former then accepted that a similar thing was happening between Alana and Lauren, as the latter has to be like a mother to Alana. TV show merchandise. During this conversation, Dodo even asked her about the possibility of making things right between Pumpkin and June Shannon. To this, Pumpkin responded that she expects her to change a bit. She mentioned that she would never make things normal if her mother would force her and her sisters to get over the past, just because she is their mom. What made things heat up between Pumpkin and Mama June? The blazing feud between Pumpkin and Mama June dates back to May 2022. This was the time when Pumpkin became the legal guardian of her 17-year-old sister Alana, because their mother preferred giving up custody of her daughter than paying child support. This argument was brought up again when June Shannon confronted Pumpkin for not replying to her invitation. To this, Pumpkin responded that she did so because Shannon expects all her daughters to forget everything. Pumpkin then continued asking June about her statement while they were in lawyer's office during Alana's custody battle, but her mom was incapable of recalling it. Then Lauren criticized her, saying, "I would rather sign over my rights than give up any money." This incident has changed everything for Pumpkin, as she longs to be a sister to Alana, as she has to protect her like a mother. Stay tuned to TV season and spoilers for the latest Mama June news. The emotional wall between Mama June Shannon and her daughter Lauren Pumpkin Eferd has grown thicker and colder than ever, and insiders say there may be no more chances left to make things right. After years of emotional turmoil, broken promises, public fallouts, and heart-wrenching betrayals, it looks like Pumpkin has finally reached her breaking point. The once loving daughter who clung to the hope that her mother would change has now hardened her heart, and sources say she no longer wants to mend the strained relationship that's defined their adult lives. Fans have followed their journey from laughter to legal battles, but behind the scenes, the pain is raw, and Pumpkin is done trying to fix what she didn't break. The split didn't happen overnight. It was years in the making. From the moment Mama June chose a toxic relationship and drug addiction over her children, Pumpkin was forced to step into a role no young woman should have to fill: guardian, protector, mother, and emotional buffer. She didn't just raise herself, she raised her little sister Alana Honey Boo Boo too. When June fell apart, it was Pumpkin who held everything together, all while putting her own needs and mental health on the back burner. Now, after trying and trying again to rebuild what was shattered, she's made a heartbreaking decision. She's walking away from any dream of reconciliation. The signs were there. In the last season of Mama June, Family Crisis, viewers could feel the tension boiling just beneath the surface. Pumpkin's eyes no longer held compassion or patience when speaking to her mom, only quiet disappointment and a need to protect herself and her family from more hurt. Each time June tried to apologize or explain her absence, Pumpkin's reaction was colder than before. No more tears, no more long speeches, just silence head. Sources close to Pumpkin say that she's emotionally exhausted. After becoming a mother to 4 young children and acting as Alana's guardian for several years, she has very little left to give. And she refuses to let Mama June's chaos interfere with her kids' lives the way it destroyed parts of her own childhood. She's drawing boundaries, and for the first time in years, she's sticking to them. She's tired of the cycle, a family friend confided. The promises that go nowhere, the sudden disappearances, the public drama. Lorraine just wants peace, and she's accepted that she may never get it from her mom. While Mama June continues to make headlines with her new marriage to Justin Stroud and scattered efforts to rebuild her public image, Pumpkin has made it clear that she's not buying it. She's been through the redemption tours, the rehabs, the staged family sit-downs, and the social media posts promising change. But in the end, it always circles back to the same painful reality. Mama June talks a big game, but rarely follows through in private. Fans have noticed that Pumpkin and June no longer interact online. No tags, no shared posts, no birthday messages. Even when June posts about her family, Pumpkin is conspicuously absent, and Alana has begun to pull back too. It's a far cry from the days when they all laughed on red carpets or appeared together on talk shows. The emotional distance has become physical as well. The two reportedly haven't seen each other in months, and phone contact is sporadic at best. According to those close to the situation, Pumpkin has even blocked June on some platforms to avoid seeing content that triggers painful memories. The final straw may have come during the recent custody proceedings involving Alana. While the public praised Pumpkin for stepping up and becoming her sister's legal guardian, behind the scenes, it was a grueling and painful fight, one that left her with lasting emotional scars. She had to prove in court that their own mother was unfit, a decision no child should have to make about their parent. Even after gaining custody, Pumpkin hoped that June would start showing up in smaller, meaningful ways. But the reality was a string of broken commitments and a few awkward visits that only made things worse. The result? More damage, less trust, and eventually silence. It's not that Pumpkin doesn't feel love for her mother anymore. It's that she's tired of loving someone who continually lets her down. Every phone call that ends in tears, every promise that crumbles, every public statement that doesn't match private behavior has left Pumpkin emotionally bankrupt. And now, her energy is focused on the people who show up for her husband Josh, her children, and her sister Alana. She's also become more protective of her public image. While she once shared openly about her struggles with June, she's now far more selective about what she posts. Friends say she's trying to separate herself from the Mama June brand, hoping to establish her own identity outside of the drama. Some speculate she may even walk away from the family's reality series altogether, choosing instead to pursue other creative or professional avenues that don't keep reopening old wounds. Mama June, for her part, seems unwilling to accept the finality of the estrangement. In a recent livestream, she tearfully acknowledged that her relationships with her daughters aren't where she wants them to be. "I know I've messed up a lot," she said, "but I love my girls, and I'm trying." But for Pumpkin, those words likely feel like echoes from years past. How many times has she heard them? How many times has she hoped they were true? The truth is, apologies mean nothing without action. And for Pumpkin, the time for waiting is over. Her priority now is creating a safe, loving environment for her family. That means limiting exposure to emotional instability. That means cutting ties when necessary. And that, unfortunately, means letting go of the hope that Mama June will ever be the mother she needed her to be. It's a decision that's heartbreaking but empowering. For so long, Pumpkin was stuck in the role of the fixer. She was the one who organized the interventions, kept the peace, calmed Alana during crying fits, and tried to make Mama June feel welcome even after everything. Now she's choosing to prioritize herself, her mental health, and her children's future. Some fans have expressed hope that the two might reconcile down the line. And maybe they will. Time has a way of softening even the most hardened hearts. But for now, Pumpkin's stance is firm. She's not interested in mending things. Not because she hates her mother, but because she loves herself enough to walk away from pain. The fans who have followed Pumpkin's journey from a mouthy teenager to a fiercely loving mother and guardian understand the depth of her decision. It's not spite. It's survival. And while the story of Mama June may be one of